As Bitcoin has hit yet another new all-time high today, moon boys around the world are more locked in than ever, with the desire to retire not only themselves, not only their families, but their entire bloodlines. The baby bulls are locked and loaded for what may be the pumpiest upside bust-off planet Girth has ever seen. And after you watch this video, I guarantee you'll be dripping with sweat, covered in absolute bull market breakout juice. So if you're new here and you love making money more than you love yourself, hit that like, subscribe, get signed up to Femex below for my Bitcoin altcoins trade and receive up to a $30,000 limited time deposit bonus. And without any further ado, let's completely dump into Bitcoin, which as of today has literally yet again hit another new all-time high. Just barely squeaked it out, but it has. And the rest of the market, if you take a look, actually is having a little bit of a dumpy do. The stock market is having a little bit of a dump. Actually, I'm looking at the side of my screen right now, and most cryptos are actually down as well. One major exception right here is that MicroStrategy is completely mooning to the upside, just completely going vertical, destroying its 2021 highs, and just straight up going vertical. So yesterday, MicroStrategy was the third most traded stock, more than Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon combined. Well, today, MicroStrategy is the most traded stock and up 15% on the day when most stocks are down. Bitcoin and MicroStrategy are some of, at this very second at least, some of the only things in the entire market really having some insane gains today. MicroStrategy, the most traded stock in America, to best Tesla and Nvidia is absolutely insane, which MicroStrategy has done today. It's been years since a stock has traded more than one of those two. And Eric Bakunas from Bloomberg actually saying it might have been GME. It was the last one to maybe have done it. And it's also about double the SPY in terms of volume, just completely insane. And as I'm sure you all know, Bitcoiners worldwide are being approached and asked out by beautiful women across the world because Bitcoiners were right? No, it's actually not the case. As always, people are going to be saying things and are saying things like, wow, you got lucky, it's a bubble. And well, the only thing that's a bubble is the bubble inside of the brains of people that are anti-Bitcoin that is preventing them from having, coherent thoughts. This is a visual showing the action in the IBET options strike price. Basically, everything to the right of the line is betting that Bitcoin will be higher in the future. Left of it is betting lower. That's a lot of bets that people are betting that the price of Bitcoin will be higher by the end of the year. We see the bond market is fully open to Bitcoin this cycle, which has never been the case before in a bull market. The very first bull market where the Bitcoin bull market, where the bond market is open to Bitcoin. Guys, this time has the chance of being truly banana mode, just absolutely banana mode. Bitcoin also, according to Bitcoin Archive, starting to look a lot like November of last year. If a similar pump repeats, we might see even $200,000 per Bitcoin by early 2025, at which point, would it be okay to take some profits? Absolutely. I mean, as I've always said, basically, if you're in profit, if you're in a good spot, if you invested whenever you invested, because it's different for literally everyone watching, but if you invested and you're in a good spot, hey, I'm not going to make you feel bad for taking profit. I'm not going to make you feel bad for changing your life and like making it better. Maybe you want to buy a house or pay off your house or travel or whatever it is. Hey, my opinion is if your life can be made better by making the gains you have made, then hey, then make your life better. Absolutely. We see that U.S. investors in Coinbase are driving the Bitcoin rally, according to Ki Young Ju on X here. This chart on Crypto Quant shows the hourly Coinbase premium absolutely going positive. Ali charts on X talking about Bitcoin in 2020, December of 2020, looking nearly identical, even the RSI as it did back in 2020 as it does now. If true, what he's saying is maybe a pump up to 110,000, a drop down to about 100,000, and then a giga bounce up to about 135,000. Potential. Possible? Absolutely. We see Wall Street bets. I mean, I posted this on Twitter today, and my mind is blown here. First of all, Wall Street Bets is known for being pretty dumb, right? Having like low IQs. Wall Street Bets is kind of known for being, I want to say I mean, I can't say the word, I guess, but anyway, somebody's talking about MicroStrategy holding 331 Bitcoin with a total net worth of about $30 billion, but market cap of $100 billion. He's buying puts, basically saying MicroStrategy is a dying business and Bitcoin's not even real and they're relying on Bitcoin. This absolute numbnuts saying that, if you turn off your computer, your Bitcoin's gone or something. I imagine this person is potentially 12 years old. But anyway, I mean, at least mentally 12 years old, but yeah, just massive puts on MicroStrategy saying that the company MicroStrategy will be worth under $200 in the next few months, that it's just going to basically blow up. And these people, man, so clueless. I mean, I can't tell if it's satire or not. A part of me thinks this is actually like a genuine, like this guy genuinely believes this. Blows my mind that there are people that live amongst us with the IQs of, a Q-tip. But if we take a look here as well, Altseason vibes loading, as we can see. We see this bad boy trend up towards this line here. That indicates more of an Altseason, but we're not even close at this point yet. And also Titan F Crypto highlighting our current position as we leave trend continuation and we head up. Let me actually zoom in here. And we head up to the start of the accumulation phase, meaning potentially we are about to see, according to him, the Wyckoff method, a massive pump here, and then accumulation sideways, and then potentially a long dumpy trend. This most likely would play out, at least on his chart, would play out basically kind of topping out the first few months of 2025, a lot of trading sideways, which is possible actually, where altcoins might do really well up in this range for a majority of 2025, and then we enter a bear market. That's exactly what I would say is going to happen in terms of the structure, maybe not the timing, but in terms of the structure. But because of the Bitcoin instruments that now exist on Wall Street, I just have a hard time believing that Bitcoin specifically is going to initiate a mega crash. Could it? Like it always has? Absolutely. That's still basically what I think is probably going to happen. But all I'm saying is there's a chance that it doesn't because of all the mainstream instruments, all of the implementation of Bitcoin with the Bitcoin spot ETFs, even with the Bitcoin spot options trading, all of this. I don't know. I don't know. Are we going to endure the biggest bear market of all time after the biggest bull run of all time? I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what the past has done, but a lot of things have changed. And I think that just assuming things are always going to be the same in terms of a crash just because they've been thus far, I don't know if that's the smartest thing to think. Now, I've been talking about this every day, but I'm going to keep talking about it. The chance that Bitcoin comes down to the CME gap around $78,000 in a crash, maybe we never get there. Maybe we go there very soon. Maybe we go up past 100K and then crash below it. All of those are realistic and fine options. We also see Bitcoin dominance. Again, guys, still on the rise. No sign of a true alt season yet. And a true alt season will look more like this on the chart with a big dumpy like this. And we're not seeing that yet. It can happen pretty fast, but at this point, Bitcoin is still very clearly taking the lead. And as long as Bitcoin is being gobbled up by institutions, I think that that's a very safe bet to make, is that right now, Bitcoin is absolutely, going to be floating to the upside. Doesn't mean we're not going to get a crash. Doesn't mean we're not going to get a pullback. But it just means that in my opinion, the smarter thing to do would be to bet on the side of Bitcoin entering a massive uptrend. I mean, for example, the chart that I always like to pull out for Bitcoin is this, after the halving, and specifically after the election. This is when things really start taking off. I mean, weeks and weeks and months of upside happen after the elections, at least according to history. Is this time going to be different? I have a hard time believing it's going to be massively different. I think Bitcoin is probably going to keep floating to the upside. Now, all that being said, the dollar has been rallying since October began. So 2 months, the dollar has just been rallying. But so has Bitcoin. If the dollar starts crashing, Bitcoin is going to probably moon even harder. I don't see how it doesn't. Right now as well, it's important to look at the SPX, which is right on the 21-day moving average, trying to find support there. Maybe the stock market actually bounces in the next couple of trading sessions, which would probably also help boost Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been going up despite the fact that usually when the stock market crashes, Bitcoin crashes, and Bitcoin has not been crashing. And usually when the dollar moons, Bitcoin crashes. And the dollar has been mooning, but Bitcoin has also been mooning. So there's definitely a sense of decoupling there. Is it long term? We'll have to wait and see. But all of these financial instruments on Wall Street that are now trading record volume, by the way, just make me think that, hey, like, we have to be open to the idea that things might be changing. And that's really the whole idea there. And get signed up to Femex below if you want to buy Bitcoin, altcoins, or a trade and receive up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, limited time, using my link below. And without any further ado, it's for me.